Known as the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight became one of Motown's brightest stars during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Her soulful voice and heartfelt performances helped propel her family group, Gladys Knight and the Pips, to fame. The group included her brother Merrill Bubba Knight and cousins William Guest and Edward Patton. Together, they created a lasting musical legacy that continues to resonate today. But behind the glittering success of her career, Gladys Knight's personal life was filled with challenges. Born on May 28, 1944, in Atlanta, Georgia, Gladys Maria Knight showed her talents early. She wasn't just a remarkable singer, she also became a songwriter, actress, and businesswoman. Over the decades, she earned countless awards and accolades for her contributions to music and entertainment, yet her journey wasn't always smooth. At just 16 years old, Gladys faced a life-changing moment when she became pregnant and married her classmate musician, James "Jimmy" Newman, in 1960. The couple endured many struggles, including Gladys experiencing a miscarriage early on. Despite this heartbreak, they later had 2 children, a son, James "Jimmy" Gaston Newman III, and a daughter, Kenya Maria Newman. Gladys's marriage to Jimmy was far from easy. Jimmy battled drug addiction, and his struggles took a toll on their relationship. Still, they remained married for over a decade, even as Gladys stepped away from her music career for a time to focus on raising their children. By 1973, after years of separation and hardship, the couple divorced. Tragically, Jimmy passed away not long after, marking a difficult end to a tumultuous chapter in Gladys's life. In 1974, Gladys found love again with Barry Hankerson, the founder of Black Ground Records. The couple had a son, Shenga Ollie Hankerson, in 1976. However, like her first marriage, this relationship faced significant challenges. They moved to Atlanta together, while the Pips remained in Detroit, but their marriage ended in 1979. The divorce was further complicated by a custody battle over their son, Shenga. That same year, Shenga was kidnapped, leading Gladys to spend over $1 million in her relentless efforts to bring him home safely. Despite her personal struggles, Gladys remained dedicated to her career. She returned to music and continued to achieve success with the Pips. Her determination and resilience were remarkable, even as she faced additional difficulties, such as a gambling addiction in the late 1980s. At one point, she lost $660,000 in a single night at a baccarat table. Recognizing the impact of her addiction, Gladys sought help through Gamblers Anonymous, eventually overcoming this challenge. Gladys also experienced a spiritual transformation. Raised as a Baptist, she converted to Catholicism in 1997. Not long after, she joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS, influenced by her children's decision to embrace the faith. Her connection to the LDS Church inspired her to create the Grammy-winning Saints Unified Voices Gospel Choir, blending her musical talent with her spiritual journey. She also led the Bone Choir during the 40th anniversary celebration of the LDS Revelation on the Priesthood, showcasing her commitment to her faith and community. In 1995, Gladys married motivational speaker Les Brown, but their marriage lasted only 2 years. Despite these setbacks in her personal life, she found lasting happiness with William McDowell, whom she married in 2001. Together, they built a loving, blended family with 17 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. The couple moved to Fairview, North Carolina, where they purchased the former Reynolds High School property and transformed it into a community center, further demonstrating their commitment to giving back. Throughout her life, Gladys experienced both joy and tragedy. In 1999, her son, Jimmy Newman, tragically passed away from heart failure at the age of 36. The loss was devastating, but Gladys continued to find strength in her family, faith, and music. She remained a beacon of resilience, even in the face of profound heartbreak. Her musical career, which spanned the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s, brought her international fame. With the Pips, Gladys delivered unforgettable hits like Midnight Train to Georgia and I Heard It Through the Grapevine, earning them a place in the hearts of fans worldwide. The group achieved 11 #1 R&B singles and released 6 chart-topping R&B albums, cementing their status as legends in the music industry. Perfect. Gladys's contributions to music didn't go unnoticed. She won 7 Grammy Awards, 4 as a solo artist and 3 with the Pips. And her songs I Heard It Through the Grapevine and Midnight Train to Georgia were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Her talent extended beyond singing. She recorded the theme song for the James Bond movie License to Kill in 1989 and was named one of Rolling Stone's 100 Greatest Singers of All Time. Her accolades include the National Medal of Arts, Kennedy Center Honors, and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Vocal Group Hall of Fame with the Pips. Gladys's journey began in her hometown of Atlanta, where she discovered her love for music in her church choir. Her first big break came at just 8 years old when she won the Ted Mack Original Amateur Hour, showcasing the incredible talent that would define her career. The Pips formed at a family birthday party when a broken record player led Gladys, her brother Bubba, sister Brenda, and cousins Eleanor and William to sing together. Their impromptu performance was so impressive that it sparked their musical journey. Under their mother's encouragement, they began performing at talent shows, eventually signing their first record deal in 1957. From her early days as a child prodigy to her reign as the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight has shown unwavering determination, resilience, and passion. Her music, philanthropy, and faith have left an indelible mark on the world, making her a true icon whose legacy will endure for generations. Gladys Knight and the Pips are one of the most iconic groups in the history of soul music. Their journey to stardom began with hard work, passion, and resilience. Early on, they gained invaluable experience by opening for legendary R&B artists like Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. Performing alongside these music greats not only boosted their confidence but also helped them hone their craft. It gave them an up-close look at what it took to be the best in the business. Despite showing early promise, their first record deal with Brunswick Records ended in 1959. This was a tough moment for the group, leaving them unsure of their next steps. Around the same time, 2 key members, Brenda Knight and Eleanor Guest, decided to leave to focus on their families. This could have been the end of the group, but Gladys Knight and her brother Bubba were determined to keep the dream alive. After the lineup changed, they brought in another cousin, Edward Patton, and a friend, Langston George, to join the group. This fresh mix brought new energy and creativity to their performances. The group worked tirelessly to refine their sound, with Gladys's commanding lead vocals and the Pips' harmonies setting them apart. Though the odds were often against them, these early struggles laid the foundation for the incredible success they would later achieve. In 1961, the group hit a major milestone with the release of the song Every Beat of My Heart, written by Johnny Otis. At first, they didn't have a big record label to support them, but a local Atlanta label, Huntum Records, stepped in and helped secure a distribution deal with VJ Records. This was a big break for the group. As their song gained popularity, they caught the attention of Fury Records, who had them re-record the track. Both versions became hits, with one reaching number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. This marked a major breakthrough for the group, who officially renamed themselves Gladys Knight and the Pips to highlight Gladys's role as the lead vocalist. Their success continued with hits like Letter Full of Tears in 1961, and they released several singles that helped grow their fan base. However, change came again in 1962, when Langston George decided to leave the group. Around the same time, Gladys stepped away briefly to focus on her family. She married musician Jimmy Newman and took some time off to start a family. But Gladys returned in 1964, bringing renewed energy and focus to the group. This marked the beginning of an exciting new chapter. The group signed with Larry Maxwell's Max label and worked with producer Van McCoy to release a series of singles that showcased their evolving sound. These tracks blended soul, R&B, and pop in a way that resonated with fans. In 1966, Gladys Knight and the Pips signed with Motown Records, one of the biggest labels of the time. While they weren't initially a priority for the label, they quickly proved their worth. They even toured as the opening act for Diana Ross and the Supremes. According to Gladys, Diana Ross requested their removal from the tour after their soulful performances sometimes outshone hers. The group's biggest breakthrough came in 1973 when they signed with Buddah Records and released the hit Midnight Train to Georgia. The song topped the charts and won a Grammy, becoming one of their most famous tracks. Hits like I've Gotta Use My Imagination, and The Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me followed, solidifying their place as music legends. Throughout the 1970s, they continued to release successful music and even recorded the soundtrack for the movie Claudine with producer Curtis Mayfield. Their popularity extended beyond the US, especially in the United Kingdom, where their music remained timeless. As the late 1970s approached, the group faced legal issues that forced them to work separately for a while. Gladys launched her solo career, releasing her first solo albums and exploring new creative directions. Despite these challenges, her passion for music never wavered. The 1980s brought fresh success for Gladys Knight and the Pips. They reunited under Columbia Records and released several hit albums, including About Love and Visions. Songs like Landlord and Save the Overtime for Me showcased their ability to evolve with the times while staying true to their soulful roots. In 1987, Gladys decided to embark on a solo career, marking the end of an incredible era with the Pips. Their final album, All Our Love, featured the Grammy-winning single Love Overboard. After a farewell tour in 1988, the Pips retired, and Gladys focused on her solo journey. Her solo career brought even more accolades, including hit albums and memorable collaborations. In 1989, she was inducted into the Georgia Music Hall of Fame and later into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996. She also made an impact through charity work, raising awareness for causes like AIDS and heart health. Gladys Knight's legacy extends far beyond her music. From her soulful performances to her philanthropic efforts, she has inspired countless fans and artists. In 2022, she received the prestigious Kennedy Center Honors, a testament to her lasting impact on music and culture. Today, Gladys Knight continues to be celebrated as a legend in the industry, proving that talent, perseverance, and heart can truly stand the test of time.